Hello everyone and welcome to Survival Game Guide in our Wild West Dynasty series. Today we are looking at how to assign workers to do stuff for you, right? So first of all, you need to find a worker location. Thus far as I know anyway, this is like the area where they all kind of congregate. I assume there might be more of these areas throughout the game, if not now, then in the future. But this is what they look like. They kind of like all emote at the same time right now, which is pretty spooky for the most part. Like they're doing the same kind of like movements and stuff. To find them, you're going to need to head to taxation, which is right here. Basically just go southwest a little bit from the city. You can see it's like taxation is like right there. So just go down this road really, and you will find these guys just kind of chilling here. And you just basically go up to one and you talk to them and basically ask them to move into your city. There's something going on here with this flying horseshoe. It's really, I don't know what that is. It's like spooky though. There's a ghost over there. Anyway, now there's this is kind of like glitchy. I don't think they have like the worker system fully fleshed out just yet. And so, you might look up the I would say go find somebody that looks good to you, but when they spawn in your city, they have a different character model. So who you invite right here, at least at this moment right now, is not necessarily who's going to show up in your city. So we'll just talk to this guy. He looks like a relatively normal guy, but he's gonna I'll tell when we go to our little hizzy house, our city, you will see that he looks like a completely different person. But anyway, so we're gonna talk to him. Here we go. And basically how you get these guys to join is we basically hey, there's a place to settle, and then we can say, hey, rent this house for me, and we'll just put him in right here, and this is where you negotiate how much rent he's going to pay you. We'll just keep it at 50 for now, and he accepted it, so he will pay us $50 to live in our city. Now, I'm not too sure just yet, when they, the thing is so distracting, when they pay you that rent. I assume it'll probably be seasonal to represent the passing of the month. It could be every day, I don't know. I haven't seen it go day to day. I've tested this a little bit, and it doesn't look like, at least for me, that they pay you every day, because I would have had $100 in my pocket, but and that didn't happen. So I'm assuming it might be a seasonal kind of thing, or every few days. Not sure what that is just yet, but we'll see. So basically, now that we have somebody in our city, we can now assign them. So we'll go to this management tab, and we can see oh, here it is, our city, and we can see we have this guy that we just brought in here. He doesn't have any specialties, so I'm assuming that just means he's not particularly good at anything. And we can, if we click this little this is the production, I guess, icon, you can see that these are the two production buildings that we have built so far, which if you've watched my previous videos, that is the stone mine and the sawmill. So to get this guy working, we can see right here, there's workers. We'll click it. This little drop down will come down, and here's the guy that we just invited to our city. We'll click him, and he will start collecting stone. In theory, I don't believe these production buildings are actually working. They're you can see he's collecting stone, but it's not going anywhere. Now I think where is it? There's something over here where you click stuff and stuff happens, but there we go. There's oh, there we go, the city warehouse. That's what I was trying to find here. But you can see that we have our stuff it's in the warehouse, and I'm assuming eventually we can we can trade this, we can transport it to another thing, so we can send stuff. So we could be yeah, from the stone mine, and then we can put in how much we're putting in there, I guess, and then we can accept that, and the cart will go sell this, I believe, somewhere else. Now I don't have any carts available yet. I don't have the stables unlocked, which I assume unlocks this. I don't know yet. Again, haven't played with it yet, but so I can't quite do this just yet. But in theory, that's what happens, is that these guys will be working, and then you can trade it and stuff like that. We can deliver this stuff or something here too. So it's just it's just kind of what looks like the 1.0, if you will, version of how this kind of trade system works. But we'll go in more in depth in that once we have an actual cart to set things up and actually start trading. Right now we just got this guy working. He's just doing stuff, and you can kind of see they also have working hours too down there. 10 to like 1800 hours basically is when he will work. So that's awesome. Now, it does say like there's like a 31 out of 100. He will go eventually above that, so I'm not quite sure like what happens when that happens. Like if because it still goes up, like he's still increasing. He's getting more beyond 100, so I don't know if like that just goes excess somewhere else or what's happening exactly. Or where this even goes, because it's not showing up in the warehouse. I can tell you that right now. And then I ran over to the stone mine too to see if like I could interact with it in some way, and I didn't get anything there. And again, I don't know if that's just because they haven't implemented it yet. It's not like functional, and this is all just for show for right now. But basically, that's not happening. But hey, you know what? We have somebody in there. He's doing his thing. I'm just gonna grab somebody else just to Gershom. Just to kind of... Nah, I'm not going to somebody named Alpha, please. Wilfred, I like that. We'll talk to you, buddy. Just to get somebody in my sawmill for the future. Although, goodness knows, like, after this... Negotiate, please. Thank you. There we go. I'm sure after, like, the next big update, I might have to, like, review these guys anyway. But, basically, I have 2 workers now. And just to show you again, we'll get him set up on the sawmill. Again, we're going to go click on this little... grain and pickaxe symbol here, and we're going to click on our good friend Wilfred, and he will start collecting stone in theory, or not stone, but logs in theory. Not sure where it's going, but it's going somewhere into the abyss for right now until, perhaps more functions happen in the game and all that. But basically that is it for workers. Just come here to, kind of get them in your city. They can maybe start potentially earning you rent. Again, I don't know when they actually pay it because I haven't seen the money yet, but, at the very least, you know where to get them, and you can potentially get some assigned. I think some of the buildings are working. I haven't unlocked them yet or built them yet, so, we'll get there. But this is just come here for your workers, get your guys going and have some fun. And I will show you, back at the city itself, I will show you in a future video how the NPCs are going to look completely different because they look different. They do not look like the guys that we hired. Let's just say that. They were wearing masks or something, and they took the masks off, and they revealed their true identities. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.